a New Jersey dad is climbing on top of the world to save children's lives, including his son's.
Yeah, Jamesy, diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy when he was 4 years old. This very rare disease could have kids on ventilators by their late teens, and they're only expected to live to their 20s. So his dad climbing Mount Everest to help raise awareness, and we're so happy to have him with us now. Welcome to Jim Raffone.
Is Jim there?
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Hi, Jim. There you are. So we definitely want to talk about your big climb, but first, how did you discover that your son had this condition?
He was about 4 years old, just about to start first grade, when my wife and a few others had noticed that my son was not moving about like children should at that age. And my wife took him to the pediatrician, and then we were forced to get a genetic reading of his blood, and we noticed that he unfortunately has Duchenne muscular dystrophy.
Okay. And, you know, to hear that diagnosis, as a parent, I can only imagine, you know, first of all, you're like, what is it? So you figure out what it is, and you find out sort of the reality, which we kind of talked about. It's got to feel, you have to feel kind of helpless when you hear that.
We were helpless, hopeless, and our heart was just ripped from our bodies because a geneticist literally told us there's nothing that can be done for your son. And then she started to give us the milestones in which his body was going to break down and then ultimately pass away. And no one had ever spoken to us, or we'd never heard about Duchenne muscular dystrophy before. So this was a whole lot to digest in a 15-minute interview with a geneticist.
So I'm sure your son, Jamesy, as you guys referred to him, is excited about this. But first, tell us, why Mount Everest and how is training going?
Well, thank you. Yeah, so James is very excited. As I come to find out, he's been telling all his classmates about it. And it came about because we're trying to fund a clinical trial that's to be held at the University of Florida. And unfortunately, we need to raise $1.5 million. And we've been trying to do so for a while now. And we're just, due to COVID, we're just at our wit's end. So I thought, what's the best way to raise the greatest amount of awareness that we possibly can? And a few years back, one of my board members joked that perhaps you should climb Everest. And it came to me early on in February that potentially this is what I should do. And here we are, just a couple of days in, and we're going to go. And I've rallied a team to come with me to do this, and it's just amazing. It really is. The support in the town has been unreal. It's doing everything that I anticipated an event like this should do, and it is. And here we are on your radio, your TV station. So thank you.
Well, you know, look, we're trying to get the word out because this is important because, you know, you're not the only parent that, as you well know, is dealing with this. So you started this charity. It's called Jar of Hope. You're trying to sort of help find a solution to help kids like your son, help your son and many others, and you're leaving on April 25th. So how can people help you? How can they follow the progress?
Excellent. So they can go to Jar vs Everest. That's jarverseverest.com. We have our website. Our web developers are going to be leaving the story. We're filming a documentary that's going to be aired almost nightly on that website, so people can follow the trek along. And they can go to jarofhope.org to learn more about this disease and perhaps donate. So please.
Well, Jim, thank you so much, you know, for joining us and getting the word out about this, you know, this condition and disease, but also your journey. And we actually have some more information on our website. So if you'd like to follow Jim's story and hear more about Jamesy, you can go to pix11.com. Thank you.